YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Kelvin World One, and in today's video, today is the topic of why I regret hitting Z rank. Now, I'll say this: it's not necessarily a I regret type of video. It's more so the stigma that Z ranks get. Whenever I personally see a Z rank, it could be three things that's possible. Either one, they spam their way to the top, so they're not really good. Two, they use the exploit to get to the top, so they're not really good and they're very cheesy. Or three, they're actually good. Now, I'll say this. I am not one to brag or anything like that. I have gotten Z rank multiple times, but I'm not the best player in the world by any means. I just know a little bit of the basics, and I use the basics to win pretty much. A little bit of movement, just start getting better at super counters. I actually just started getting better at side steps and reading the situation as well. But I have like a 56% win rate. I don't have what some people have, like a 60%, 91% win rate, things like that. I genuinely do not have time to sit up on this game all day long and then just like try to get better. I literally, when I get off of work, I might play an hour, but that's it, because I have like other responsibilities. I gotta exercise, I gotta do my cardio, I gotta, you know what I mean, meal prep, you know what I mean, responsibilities. I'm an adult, you feel me? But yeah, I regret hitting Z rank kind of because that exact stigma. I feel like when I do have Z rank, people come at you that much harder. Here's an example, right? When you get on Sparking Zero, you're gonna be a bit rusty, you feel me? If you don't play this game all the time, you're gonna be a bit rusty, right? Especially, like, let's say even if you do hop on the game every single day, you have to warm your hands up. I have never played a game where you literally have to go into training mode and train every single playing session. Maybe that's not you. Maybe you're actually like cracked at the game, but that's not me. Like, I have to get my hands warmed up. Like, my hands are like slow, if that makes sense. Like, my fingers and thumbs are slow after like a long day of work, because, you know, I've been working. My job, like, I have work on the computer and I have to like labor at like picking things up, moving like machinery and stuff. Like, so it's half using my intellect and my brain and half like using my body and stuff. So when I get home from work, like, my hands aren't like super fast type of thing. They aren't super fast, so I have to warm up. So here's an example of like having the stigma, having the Z rank. Now, mind you, I got the Z rank using Ultimate Gohan, not this Gohan, but the original Ultimate Gohan, the Z Ultimate Gohan. One day I was in the room, this was before they added Quick Match, because I was just trying to play casually. Mind you, I'm saying I have a 56% win rate, so almost half of my fights I lose, you feel me? Now, granted, if it wasn't for so much cheese, I'd probably be closer to 60, give or take, but it kind of levels out, you feel me? So I get into this match with this guy. He's a I think he's like a S5 at the time, and he beats my ass, partly because, one, I wasn't warmed up, and two, like, when you're not warmed up, there's two things that can happen. Either one, your hands can move too fast, or your hands can move too slow. So you think you're putting in inputs and your time is good, but it's not, you feel me? This is before I knew the concept of like going into the training every single time before I play the game. And after he beat me up, and I think I used like one or two supers, like just the same amount of supers that this guy used. But after like I got done playing him, he messaged me. He was like fake Z rank. All you know how to do is throw supers. And I'm like, bro, I'll use as much supers as you did. I'm just not warmed up. And it's crazy, like, Z ranks are supposed to be the best players in the world, right? I have a friend, he's A rank. Honestly, I'd say he deserves to be Z rank way more than me, because every time we play, like, for the most part, if we play 10 matches, he's gonna beat me probably like 6 of them. Most times he's gonna beat me like 1 or 2 matches ahead, right? But he's the type of guy, I feel like he actually deserves to be Z rank. Like, he barely plays the game. Like, he just hops on day to day. I'm the type of guy I have to train. So just having that stigma around myself, like, oh man, you're Z rank, you're supposed to be the best in the world, this, that, and third. First of all, I'll say this. The ranking system, it has to be kind of like stupid to me, because how the hell did I get to Z rank with a 50-something% win rate? You would think you at least have to make like be 70% something win rate to you know what I mean, hit the highest ranking of the game. But I'll say this, right? I have like well over 1,000 matches, so maybe that has something to do with it. But yeah, I just don't like the stigma around being a Z rank. So when I do lose my Z rank, I often lose my Z rank. Actually, I've hit Z rank like 4 or 5 times by now. I often lose my Z rank, and I'm actually happy about it, because I don't really care about rank. I actually care about actually getting better at the game and learning. But nowadays, rank just doesn't matter to me, because one, you have people like me who have a 50-something% win rate, and they have the potential to hit Z rank at any given time. Sometimes I hit Z rank on accident, like just playing, because sometimes when I go into player match and there's barely any people in there, I'll get impatient and I'll go hop into ranked mode and make myself angry and end up hitting Z rank like by accident sometimes, like because I just want to find some matches. But you get people like me who hit Z rank, who's, yes, we're not the best in the world, but we're not bad by any means, with like a 50-something% win rate. That's a stupid rank system, like I said. And then you get people who cheese their way to the top. They use exploits, so they have no actual skill in the game. It's just like either they're leaning on the character and their abilities, or they're using exploits. And then you have people who just spam. They just straight up spam their way to the top, and they're Z ranks. They're top 10 in the world. They're number 1 in the world. Things like that. And that's honestly, it's a bit crazy to me to think about sometimes, that it really doesn't matter. And then you get people who are actually good at the game, and they actually like throw hands, it's like a real Dragon Ball Z fight when you're fighting them. And when you fight these type of people, you actually learn something from them. Now, there's a fourth option that I did not mention. There are people who know how to play the game, and they also use exploits. I think it comes from a place of bitterness and angriness, where these people who are actually good, they get sick and tired of losing fights, like due to other people using cheese and exploits. So they're actually decent at the game, but they also use exploits. So when they run into someone else who's actually good at the game, and they the other person, they're good at the game but they're not using exploits, they straight up destroy them, and it just creates this endless cycle of exploits. You get exploits used on you, you get angry, you get tired of it, you fall to the dark side, you start using exploits yourself. And all of this comes together, it comes back full circle to make it so that having the Z rank, all the points I made, means that having a Z rank doesn't really mean anything. One, it's a video game. We all know it's a video game. It's imaginary. It's not real. You don't get anything from being Z rank at all. You just get the little cool Z symbol. And honestly, I don't even think the Z symbol looks as cool as the S rank levels, like with the fire around it and stuff. That just looks cooler to me. That's just me. But it just goes to show you that Z rank, it's not real. It doesn't mean anything, especially when the Z ranks in the game are not the best players in the world, like they should be. You feel me? At least most of them aren't. Now, something that does has me curious is, with all this, something that makes me curious is the fact that, yes, everybody should very well know that Z rank means nothing by now. If you've been playing in this game for long enough, you should know that having Z rank doesn't mean anything. So why is ranked so much more popular than a more casual mode? I think the reason for that is the fact that when Sparking Zero came out, it put a great emphasis on online play. Now, what they should have did, yes, they could do a great emphasis on online play. That's the vibe nowadays. You want to play the game with your friends. You want to play against other people, right? What they should have did was they should have put quick match in the game from jump. I'm very surprised that they didn't already put that in, because the only other way before they added quick match was to join the rooms. And even that was a competitive scene because you would join a room, you would see somebody at the top of like the at like the top of the hill, and everybody would get their turn to fight that person. And sometimes, like, I don't know if it's like coming from a competitive mindset, but people want to get to the top of that hill. People want to run through all the players and beat all the players in there so they can, I don't know, feel some type of way. And that makes it a bit more competitive. That's like basically another competitive mode. And I've witnessed people literally use exploits and spam in that mode. And when your entire game is centered around being competitive, but also at the same time not competitive, meaning there's bugs, there's things that don't get fixed. When you side stuff, sometimes you be punching the air. What's some other things that mess up the game? There's a lot of problems that makes this game not very competitive. People could just spam supers. There's no cooldown, there's no consequence to just spamming supers. You feel me? So it's almost like this game doesn't know what it wants to be. It wants to be competitive, but at the same time it wants to be a party game. You feel me? That's very weird, and it's kind of gaslighting for people to say like these two things. One is people say, oh, it's not supposed to be competitive, but literally every single mode before quick match was a competitive mode. World tournament, ranked, the rooms. Yes, the rooms are competitive. They were competitive because you have to be there to see it. Unless you're playing with your friends, you guys making a verbal agreement like, hey, we're gonna just like play for fun, we're not gonna go too crazy. You feel me? If you have just random rooms, yes, that junk is gonna be very competitive. My next point, guys, I'm losing my train of thought because I'm literally just talking about this like just off the dome. But yeah, so they literally basically only had competitive modes that started the game, and then without the game even being competitive, like ready to be competitive to begin with, the game wasn't ready to be competitive. I'm just gonna say that. But when they finally did add quick match, I really do feel like it went under a lot of people's radar, and it's already the culture now to strive for the Z rank, to get to that Z rank. You feel me? On top of that, it's hard to not go into ranked when there's nobody in quick match. It's hard to, I'm sorry y'all, it's hard to not go into ranked when there's nobody in quick match. And on top of that, sometimes people go into quick match and they still like be with the nonsense. You feel me? So what can we actually do to fix this? I think the only way to fix this is with time. With time and Bandai actually adding more like non-competitive modes. Quick match was a start. Quick match was definitely a start, but they need to add more things that brings the community together. We already have DP battle. Let's make it so that, okay, let's say if you have a 3-man team, you can have 3 friends playing as the other characters and you just tag in and tag out. Like WWE. I hate to bring back like the old WWE games. I don't know what it's like now, but I remember I used to play WWE with my friends. We used to be able to tag each other in and out. What if they did that for DP battle? That could be a cool little thing to do. What if they just add more non-competitive modes like quick match? I really do feel like that would actually save the game. And it all comes back to Z rank not actually meaning anything. Z rank is like it's the scourge of this game. It's the bane of this game. It's the thing that makes people that don't even know each other hate each other. Z rank is the thing that makes people say the wildest things on the game. It's the thing that attracts the most subhuman people to this game, right? So one thing that's good about quick match is the fact that you don't gain or lose anything, but some people still take that mindset of ranked into quick match. It's rare, but in my opinion, from my experience, but some people still do take that into quick match. One mistake they did make with quick match was making the ranks visible. What they should have done is make the ranks invisible. That way you never know what you're getting into. When I go into quick match, I put it on no limit. Not just because it's hard to find matches because everybody's ranked, but because I want to be surprised at what I might find. I've fought some B ranks that were amazing. You feel me? I fought some Z ranks that were trash. But all in all, you feel me? The non-competitive aspect of the game is really fun. You feel me? It has the potential to be really fun, and I think that if they just capitalize on that, that can save this game, and it can destroy the poison that is Z-Ring, the poison that is at least the parts of the community that promotes all the nonsense. But yeah, those are my like couple ideas. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and love you guys. Peace. Also, I have a Twitch. I stream randomly, so you have to follow to know when I'm online. But yeah, love you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you guys like this type of video. Peace.